We are live. We are back. Let me just make sure at least that my uh, webcam is showing the right way because I did get this new webcam recently.
Okay, this is better.
It's not loading right now, but I'll check later.
Just
We
adjust.
are. He's walking away from the interview now. That's
So
crazy.
it's better. So
Fuck you. Fuck you, Deepak.
so
But we
we're live
can
now.
we we can mess around because we know Deepak's not
We
offended
already
by
live.
jokes and shit like that. We're already live.
Yeah,
Now
I'm back
now I
from
can see
dead.
it. Finally, my screen's actually showing on YouTube the right way. So finally, everything's correct. You can read my shirt now instead of learning to read backwards. Here we go. OG. Anyway, without wasting more time talking about random shit, we are back. We got Deepak here, or let's say Deepak is back, actually. Deepak
Yeah.
had got banned from YouTube. So, can you tell us what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, it is interesting what happened. Actually, I am taking care a lot. Like everything, what I'm posting on my channel is like very much correct, not a uh, making a breaking any rules. And I was inactive since a month, and I was teaching like non-stop boot camp in June. Yeah, it was in June, and then I was wake up in the morning for the travel, like going for the boot camp, and I saw that my all channels were like gone. They said like they terminated my channel because they think that they got hacked, and I have to do the boot camp, and I was like stressed out
Mm,
and
mm,
quite tough time actually. But what happened was like the student got on the earlier day got late, so he was already happy, so everything went fine. So I checked like what I can do. I applied for the appeal. You can apply for the appeal. So it is interesting, if it is like a if channel is hacked, or sorry, if the channel is like terminated on the basis of community guidelines. For example, John Anthony Lifestyle or some other guys got terminated. So if it is community guidelines, then you are you are having very less chance to get it back.
mm,
uh, they will just give you a auto reply from the AI that appeal rejected in 24 hours. So in my case, they said that we will look into it. We cannot guarantee. And then they asked me some more questions and then all the stuff, and then it was just like waiting time. They didn't say anything. Some
mm,
people were saying that it will not come back, but they didn't say anything, and it was keep on going. I asked them what's going on, and then somebody told me that do not ask them again and again, because then what will happen that your reply will make the ticket like delay. So you just let
mm.
them work. So it took around like complete 1 month, and then they said like what happened was my YouTube manager, I was editor who was working with me in the old days. I like we were not working together, but I forget to remove him as a manager. So his browser got hacked. He was in India. His browser got hacked, and from that hacked browser, somebody stole the YouTube cookie, and that cookie, you don't need, even my channel has two-factor authentication. You don't need any kind of username password authentication. From the browser cookie, the hacker got inside, and then he uploaded this crypto scam streams live stream. And then I saw literally that in my channel when I got back, that I had this crypto live streams on my channel. So
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
so
I'm glad we got an Indian here to explain all the IT details.
yeah. So it is like it is interesting, because I was just shaking my head that what I did wrong, man. Like I just don't understand what I did wrong, and people are on the YouTube. They are more aggressive than me right now, and but anyway, I got the channel back, and yeah. So that's the whole story.
Absolutely. Yeah, like of course these things happen at the worst possible fucking time, like the most inconvenient time when you're hosting a boot camp. Couldn't pick a worse
Yeah,
time, really.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I
And
can't imagine the stress there, but also the fact that it takes a month and not to like hassle them with requests all the time because it would just get pushed to the back of the line every time you um, add more information to it. But yeah, like in the, I'm assuming like you would have got the email notification uh, saying, was it only saying your account was terminated, or did it give you some strike notifications first?
no, they didn't give me any strike notification, anything. They just like immediately immediately terminated. We are removing your channel based on community guide. They said like based on community guidelines, like some harmful content I'm posting, but
Yeah.
they somehow find out that it was not me.
Hmm.
It was uploaded from some other IP address, from the hacker IP address. And that's why I got this benefit of doubt. Not like I didn't do anything wrong. That played in my favor. If I would have done it, then I'm gone
So
forever.
is that something you found out, or they found that out for you?
They f- uh, d- uh, they find out for me.
Well, that's
And
good.
normally,
Fine. It's good that people are doing their jobs. That's nice to know.
yeah, exactly. So they're like doing their job, so that's good. And they figure it out for me. It took like around just a minute. They took around one month. And normally when you ask them the status, then you have AI generated auto reply, always AI generated auto reply. So it looks like, you think that your request is going to, like, some AI generated, some robot is sitting there. But somehow they like, came back to me after a month and then told that, like, we figured it out what happened. And you have to ask your editor to change his password. Only then we will do the thing. So I need to call the editor. He change he save his account, secure his account, and then only they started this recovery process on my channel.
Interesting. Yeah, I think something similar happened with Justin Waller. Not exactly the same, but that's what like it was pointing to. I'm not saying like there was
So he got
vulnerability
his
or
back.
hacking involved, but no. What I mean is like there are channels like Justin Waller's, for example, where there were editors on the account, and because of
Hmm.
something the editor account was doing, not the channel itself, that overall channel got punished because of what YouTube does. Not all the time. It depends on how much information they have. Yeah, they often do channel terminations based on Google account associations. So let's say I'm added as an editor to 10 random channels. Some of those channels might get terminated if my channel is terminated, if I use the same Google account as an editor for those channels too. So that's not something that happens all the time, but that is a thing that I have seen.
Yeah, that can happen because my both channel got terminated actually. So they
Yeah,
have the
exactly.
same recovery email. So my both channel got terminated immediately. So
It's
yeah,
all
that
linked
happens.
together. They got that information. Let's see some of the comments here. Why don't you post in Instagram now? I
Okay.
was looking at it actually. You got multiple Instagram accounts.
Yeah, I have like one personal and two, one English and one Hindi. I will be posting on Instagram, but actually, I'm changing slightly my strategy. I will be focusing on the English channel. and German language channel. So since I can speak German language, so me and my other business partner, we will be focusing on. That's why you see that the brand is changing now, Deepak and team. So that will be like in future. So we'll be focusing on German and English. Hindi, I will be doing it, but it will be more focus, like these two language. So that will
Deepak
be focusing.
Deutsch. No,
Deutsch.
it's very interesting. I was looking at, because you told me about the Hindi one a while ago, and maybe that's when we were doing a 24-hour special when I was doing the 24. Man, that was insane.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at it like, oh shit, Deepak doing some cool shit here. It is so fucking underrated. If you could do the same in English and German and diversify like Mr. Beast was doing, like Mr. Beast Spanish channel, if that's something like that. He has like a gaming channel specifically, and Mr. Beast too. If you do a version for Hindi, German, and English, that would be very interesting to see.
Yeah, it's like I am not abandoning Hindi thing, but it just I need a bit like bigger team to, because one man army is just like too tough for me to. It's too much, For example, I was teaching since May till like just finished few days ago my boot camp season, and when you're teaching, sometime I go for like I do like very hard grind in the field, so we go sometimes 10 hours a day on the field on the street. So I'm very much up to date with the game part as well as what is going on the streets right now. Uh, but when I'm like doing it, just I don't get time for anything. So like even when my channel got terminated, I was at the time I was doing these boot camps, and it was very stressful time because I just cannot just sit in the evening and check what I can do. So I just okay, let it go, and I will check. I will go for it like later. So I will be not going to abandon the Hindi audience, but English is where I can like give highly advanced stuff in English international. So that's where I'll be like focusing on more, as well as the German part. Hindi, I will be still be doing Hindi things. So and lot of my audience who is from India, they understand English also. So
Yeah,
that will be like
the Hindi Instagram has a bunch of reels that got like millions of views, and they're really nicely put together. Like seriously, you guys got to check them out. See some other things here. Channel appears back now though. One thing I'll say actually is let's not watch out. John Anthony Lifestyle's gonna claim he got hacked now, so he could get his channel back. Oh, it was my editor who was making defamation harassment claims. It was my editor violating the policies. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, in his case, most probably they will see the history of the person track record. Okay, it's one-time video, but if you have a history of like multiple years doing the same thing, then of course they are not stupid guys, in YouTube. So
yeah,
they are like highly intelligent people there, so they know what's going on.
Let me check my crystal ball.
Yeah, I have also some questions. I have some points I will discuss. Like I can talk about what I have discovered, in the game and all the stuff. If you have like about AI, about online game, about what I've seen, how the things are changing, that so that people can also get some more value than just talking about hacked channel or some termination channel. Make sense?
For sure. Yeah, exactly. Let's just finish up this YouTube segment at least, because someone said something interesting here. Thank fuck it's back now. I'm gonna download the videos for backup though. So this comment, I would say it's worth that you. What I personally do is every single video I have is backed up automatically on Google Drive, and to save my computer storage, which has a lot of storage in here, I got terabytes of Google Drive storage, and my computer has a few terabytes too. But videos, like the video I did last night, that was a few gigabytes alone. And when you do so many videos, it adds the fuck up and just goes crazy. So I have everything in my computer automatically backed up. And if I remove it from the computer files, it's removed from Google Drive. So what I have is a separate Google Drive folder where all my videos ever made are in there, which are not stored on the computer itself, but on Google Drive. So everything's backed up. So what I would recommend for you to do is to do a similar thing and have every single video you ever made backed up, because it's so frustrating to see like genuinely useful creators deplatformed, and then he just fucking lost everything. Like I got deplatformed a few days ago from another platform, and I lost 7 years of everything I ever posted.
Oh,
They weren't videos;
sorry.
it was something else.
Which platform?
Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah, but Reddit is a pain in the ass. It's the hardest proof that democracy is a stupid idea. It's just like, hey guys, if you make a popular post, it's just a popularity contest. So it's circle jerking. It's a bunch of weirdos on there who use it anyway. I was kind of using it for marketing purposes. I wasn't using it for fun like those sad Reddit users do. But yeah, that was a pain in the ass because it was genuinely useful stuff that I was putting out there as a means of getting slightly more views every once in a while. But there you fucking go.
Yeah, I mean, like
And all I did,
I mean,
by the way, all I did was catch up on posting because I was busy setting up this new office for a few weeks. I was catching up on a few weeks worth of responding to comments kind of thing. And they're like, too much activity compared to not much activity in the weeks before, we'll ban you. I'm like, what the fuck? I was literally busy for a few weeks. So that's
okay.
insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Nothing more frustrating than
but
having to
but
be
I think YouTube
unfollowed
is,
from other people.
yeah, I think YouTube is still the best way to market. And I mean, Reddit can be. I never tried Reddit, so I mean, people, you don't need to worry about like my audience. Like I am backing up my content from 2013, 14 even, so everything is backed up. So if I want to release my old stuff, I can still release. I have copy of everything, the new content, so you don't need to worry. And like channel is back now, so you don't need to like download everything. And because I have everything backed up, local drive. I have 30-40 terabyte of, I think 50 terabyte of drives. So
Holy shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I have content from 2013, so it is like around 50 terabytes. So so
That's insane, man.
So I have every year I have a new drive, so I keep my stuff there, so you don't need to worry about that. So so I'm also like a tech guy, IT guy. So I'm a tech guy, so I take care of these things.
Yeah, he's got the headphones and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's South Asian Fit is here. Remember, we were doing the Indian panel sometime last year. That was
Yeah.
I like this guy. Instagram's been banning a lot of the meta glass dating coaches. That has been such a huge thing. I literally had to make a group chat. And I was anticipating this months ago. I made a group chat months ago called Game Meta Glasses or something like that. And I threw in a bunch of creators who are making like POV videos of Cold Approach, like whether they're Rizz kids or PUAs or just like whoever the fuck else. Like I have a feeling eventually this group is going to be useful. And then in the last few days, it's been fucking fired up. So there were like 18 different content creators on Instagram. I'm not familiar with every single one. And they're all in this group chat, and they're like fucked over. So it's
All
been a
terminated.
huge problem for a lot of people. But some of them, I've seen some comments in the last few hours on these chats, and yesterday too. Some of them are getting their accounts back now, so it's strange that this thing is happening. But um, where is this coming from? That's one of the main things. I'm not sure if anyone has posted any videos about like what really happened. It's only what do you call it? It's only when they give like financial advice for investing, like the stock is going to go up or the stock is going to go down. There's a certain word they use. I can't remember. It's speculation. It's only speculation. There's nothing I have seen that's like confirmed information, but the speculation about what is happening with Instagram is maybe someone got pissed off, apparently in Miami, and
Mhm.
this could be a privacy concern. But then again, filming in public is fucking normal in many jurisdictions.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like with Instagram, the privacy concern is the biggest thing, and the girl or the person like who is being filmed, they don't know. For example, here in Germany, we have a very strong law, like one of the hardest of privacy laws in Germany. So you need like two-party consent before posting something. So you just cannot. That's why like you don't see anything from POV type, this Ray-Ban glasses Instagram from Germany, you will not see anything. It will be immediately banned. So I think this is the main concern, that the people are complaining a lot, and these Instagram has a lot of pressure from the government, or like some, that they have to take down this channel, because they are just going, they are just showing everything in the conversation, the faces of the girl. They do not take care about the blurring the face identity. They just show it as it is. I think that's one of the reasons they are banning it. I think it is nothing to do with like the pickup content. It is just the privacy content. It has nothing to do with like some feminists are like trying to stop the pickup guys. That is not the real reason.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think there's we could take this slightly deeper. So the most recent article I published kind of touches on this topic about ethical infield footage, the future pickup artist infield. And when there are basically four types of infield footage. Let's say there's Rizz infield, where you're just using meta glasses and just saying lines, and then, hey, let me upload this to Instagram and TikTok and get a bunch of views, and trying to get a phone number maybe, and it's just surface level stuff. Then there's American style infield, where it's just hidden camera, and that's the funny thing. Hidden camera infield, that's where it becomes concerning. Then there's a European style where she knows she's being recorded. And one thing, this particular video, this is Dean's video, and he was very smart about this, because I think this was taken in Barcelona. He was saying that we are making videos to help men learn how to talk to women and not be shy and come out of their shell, that kind of thing. And that is called frame control. And that is, he's not lying. That's literally what he's doing. What we do helps guys. And the bigger picture of this is, there are guys out there who probably would have killed themselves if they didn't learn game or learn how to do dating in general. There's so many dangers men are facing in modern society: loneliness, depression, much more than that too. So why are there a bunch of guys making hidden camera infield when you can just be open about it? Like, what is there
No,
to hide?
no. This is I think like with this, be open about it. I mean, you can still make infields and film. Maybe try to make it sure that you're using, I mean, you can use a normal camera, but the idea of hidden cam pickup infield is that the girl is the real and the guy is showing, has to show the real skills. So if you are saying with this frame, like you're going to the girl and saying like, we are doing this to help guys and blah blah blah, so what is happening is like the girl will be extraordinarily nice to the dating coach, and that is not the real pickup. The frame is already set.
Unless you tell her after. So
An
it's
average guy,
hidden initially, but then you reveal that this was filmed, like one of those.
okay. So if it is just a 2 minutes of number close, then it makes sense. Okay, but imagine the guy take the girl and for instant date, build a romantic sexual connection, like for example what I do or my students do, and take her home and have some some intimacy moment with her, and at the end they say like it was just a game. We need,
you
can
take
we
her
use this
to the
footage?
public restroom, do
Can
some
we take
anal.
this?
We
Can we
got
use
this
the
on camera. This is great footage.
Yeah, so you see, it depends on the level of investment of the girl. If it is like a hee ha ha fun pickup, this Rizz field kind of thing, they ask the girl, and then okay, 2 minutes, okay, that's good. Like some girls will be saying, okay, use it. But if it is like a serious pickup, what I teach, serious pickup, then you just cannot take this kind of, you cannot just go to the girl and even imagine like you take just the number with having an intimacy, the girls like you, and after 30, it took 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes you say like can we use this footage to help guys? She gonna get pissed off.
yeah, exactly. So that is of course a concern from that perspective. And
that's the main problem.
That's why there's no infield for relationships. It's like you marry a woman for 5 years, and like, by the way, I've been filming the entire time for 5 years. Can I post the video? And she's like, what the fuck? So yeah, it's the same thing. You can't just like turn around.
Exactly. So it is kind of a tricky situation because in the section what you said, the European style infield, it is okay, it's like a fun, and but it is not like for an average guy who is watching this thing. They want to see the real interaction so that they can learn the real things from that. When the frame is already set, or the guy is too good looking, or the frame is already set, we are using to help guys, then the problem is the girl will be extra nice in that scenario, in that case, and that is not equal to the real pickup. Make sense?
Yeah, so when you see like Clavicular, for instance, doing live streams, which is basically the Japanese style of infield footage, it's not really as genuine. But it's funny though, because the rejections will almost always be genuine. But the positive, that can easily be faked because there's a camera. So maybe.
But what do you mean by Japanese style? What do you mean by Japanese style? What do you mean?
So one thing I noticed that the Japanese coaches were doing in the Japanese side of the industry, their version of infield footage is literally just doing YouTube live streams. So one particular guy, the guy who's in this image, his name at least is Namadaruma John, and he would like go across the streets of Tokyo and some other cities too, and he would point the camera at himself, selfie mode, like respond to the comments and stuff like that in between, and he would see a woman almost pass by. He would give an opener, say his second line, and he would ask if she's okay being on camera because he's on a live stream or something. I don't fully know Japanese, so I don't know exactly what he's saying, but it's very clear in the second or third thing that he's saying, he's asking for permission for her to be on camera. And then many of them say yes, and then she like effectively joins the live stream, interacts with him, that kind of thing. And the only time you see women on camera is the exact way that I just explained. He asks for permission, or before she comes close, she might be in the distance on the street, so you can kind of see a bit what she looks like. But it's not like he's fucking zoomed in or anything. You can't see too much. It's just someone on the street like anyone else. So that's how the Japanese are doing.
I mean, I trained one guy, Johannes. He is in Japan, Tokyo dating coach, but he do actually, he do this kind of normal filming pickup kind of thing. Like, some guy is like holding the camera and then he's doing the pickup. If I find his channel, I will set the links, send the link. But he's doing this kind of this American style pickup videos. So he is speaking in Japanese language, but I guess he's not that famous compared to some other guys. But there are some guys who do this kind of stuff also, like American style pickup. What you're saying, American style infield videos. So that is someone there, yeah. But the problem is that in all this thing, the problem is that when the girl knows that she's in the camera, or the girl or you ask for the consent before, the only issue is that you will not going to witness the real game, how the real game will look like. That is the only issue. And people who are like, who want to learn game, they want to see the real thing, real deal,
South Asian fits in. Yeah, better to do the normal code approaches with the blurred face third person POV, just like the American
stuff. Blurred face, hide the identity, something like this is way better. Way, because people want to see the real thing in this time of AI. Everything is like AI is taking over, but they want to see the real stuff. So
they want to see the real stuff. Like Deepak used to show the infield of him banging on camera, even in Germany.
I mean, the good old days are gone. I mean, yeah. I mean, I have these videos, but you know that you cannot post these stuff now. But the good old days, they were the good old days. YouTube time
before the European Union.
No. It was still in European Union. It was still in European Union.
No, I mean like they're newer policies.
Yeah. But the YouTube changed the policies, and the things got changed.
You had it on YouTube?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had this.
Deepak Unhinged, one of his other channels.
We had
that one was terminated.
In this at that time, it was, we used to write that this is not a porn. This is for educational purposes. We give this kind of disclaimer in the old days.
Yeah,
do not see it as a porn. It is for educational purposes. So, and I remember a lot of
guys. Get your hands out of your pants and just observe, guys.
You won't believe. Like it's gonna be kind of creepy, but there are some guys, some of the guys, my audience, they came like, they watch my infield and they jerk off through it.
What the fuck are we talking about? Oh my god!
So, but that was a wild time. That was like what we say, Wild West time in YouTube. So,
yeah, we need a more modernized version. Like I want to see infield from approach to wedding. Absolutely, make it happen. That's how it should be. This is the way we got to go now. Indian version, arranged marriage. They're super fast.
Approach to marriage.
The infield is just the parents negotiating with each other.
We had, I had like this in this boot camp. The last boot camp I had, it was in Europe, and I got the guy like rotation of the girl. So like have the proof of even like, taking girl home and meeting the girl again, and he could have made these girls as girlfriend also. So till that point, I have like I have the proof, but wedding is, I have not approach to wedding or approach to kids. I don't have that proof.
Mm.
So
Yeah, so we're catching up with comments here. What are best in the game? Real Coach Deepak channel is gone too.
yeah. It was both channel got was work was my this guy this editor had the access to both channel, and the live stream got this scammy live stream got in the both channel, and they both got banned.
Here's another amazing comment. 50 terabytes of backups. Wow, very Indian. I just have to put that on there. Let's see what else there is. We got lots of comments here. Deepak versus Dean debate. Do it. Yeah. Did we not do that? I'm getting
No, why
confused
not?
because I've done so many debates now.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, I have some haters, like, they talked about me when I was terminated, and I was just saying, okay, I will give them reply. So I will not tell the name, but I will do. I can do. He asked me to debate. So the one guy said that Deepak is a joke. One guy said to me that Deepak is a joke. The thing is, like, when you're not able to defend any argument of a person, when you know that you're going to fail in the argument, in the debate, then you blame the personality of the person. You blame the character of the person, that he's a joke, that guy is a joke, because you cannot defend yourself, against the argument that, for example, I am giving. Anyway, like, this guy, I will tell the name again in another I will address these things personally on my channel. Right now I don't want to make it, this stream as a kind of me versus some other guy. And there's another guy called me that it looks like I'm living in a dorm. One guy said to me that why I'm living like in a very, this what we say,
why are you living in a brothel, Deepak?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever you want to say. I mean, the thing is, like, honestly, like, being Indian and working in a West as a dating coach is already a very tough job. First of all, definitely, I mean, I am making money, but I'm not able to make money the way RSD guys and some other big guns made. Though I am in the business the same time, like 14 years, like these guys are having, they made millions. And me being Indian and Indian accent and convincing guys to come to my coaching and showing the proof and everything, that takes insane amount of, like, energy. I'm still doing fine. It is not like that, but that is also, if you have real game, I mean, if you want, like, ice, I can send you my recipe in email. If you have real game, with even with less money, you can have quality of girls. They are way higher than your looks. So I have the game, and I can show the recipe. If whatever these guys are saying, ask them to show what they have. They have,
Yeah,
I can show my
exactly.
recipe.
Like,
I
they
am
might
not.
have like a penthouse and struggling to get one woman. Meanwhile, there are plenty of guys who are students at universities who are pulling to their dorm rooms every single month at the very least. Like, that's the reality. It doesn't really matter what the place, like, keep it clean, of course, that kind of thing. But there are just so many haters in the comments. We just can't even focus on them because we know, hey, if you were successful, you wouldn't be here commenting a bunch of fucking hate. You would be busy getting laid or something.
If you have game, first of all, if
making YouTube videos like us.
If you have game, and if you have a good relationship game, you need two type of game. First, game to get the girl, and then the relationship game you need also. Relationship also game you need to keep the girl. Then only if you have these things really good, then, like, even with less amount of money, you can keep way higher quality of girls. Lot of like dating coaches will say like, oh, you have to make the money game, money maxing, this and that. I mean, I really don't need that much money maxing, and I have proved it that I can get way higher than my looks girls and even keep them in my life. Me being Indian guy from India, balding, not the best looking guy, you can see it here. So I can do it. So that is the that only that itself shows that how good my game is, you know.
Yeah.
And
I have literally, I'm not making this up. I have literally seen homeless guys in New York get laid. And how do I know this? How do you know this, Ice? Because they don't live anywhere, so they do it on the fucking street. Like that's what I fucking witnessed when I was in New York. It's just fucking insane. Literally homeless guys in New York can get laid. I have fucking seen it with my own foot. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It was the craziest shit I have ever seen. But then again, like every day in New York, you see some kind of crazy shit on the subway alone. It's just insane. But yeah, like where are these comments coming from? They're coming from people who come from a place where they can't associate with the success that is being talked about or shown because they don't have that experience themselves. So they are complaining because they don't believe it, and they don't believe it because they don't have that success in the first place. So it's not in their realm of reality. It's like, it's not possible to get laid. I'm a virgin, so nobody else is getting laid. It's basically like that.
And a lot of these dating coaches are also like, I mean, these both are like actually dating coaches. I don't want to give the name right now, but a lot of dating coaches are not having like good, like they are not having like that good results. Like, sorry, but this is how it is. If you ask, like, if you have like recept or something, they can't show, they cannot keep the girl. Some are just like doing the cold approach, but they are not having, sorry, you know.
Yeah, by the way, I don't like the word receipts when people talk about like proof of getting laid. But if we talk about it in the literal sense, like the joke I always make when someone is asking someone else for like show receipts kind of thing. I'm like, I don't think he pays for prostitutes. And even so, I'm not sure prostitutes even give receipts. Like, isn't it supposed to be illegal or something? I don't know. I never been. Do prostitutes give receipts now? That must be a crazy thing. But jokes aside, if you take it in the literal sarcastic sense, like I'm doing, uh, the only genuine receipts I have seen from any dating coach are the receipts of the court fees of John Anthony Lifestyle in his sexual harassment cases. So that's the only receipt. He paid for an attorney and for various legal fees for paperwork and stuff like that to defend himself in court against sexual harassment allegations. So yeah, that's the only receipt I have seen in this game. But anyway, like
I mean,
sarcasm aside, you mentioned a few minutes ago something I really fucking liked. You said there are two parts of games, something along those lines. How long have you thought about it that way? Meeting women and keeping women.
I mean, how long I thought about it, about the game?
Yeah.
What do you? So I mean,
How
the
long
thing
have you
is,
seen it that way?
I mean, I have seen it from the very start. Even before I was dating coach, actually, I already was like seeing it. Though definitely my relationship game started to get better after 2013, honestly. So in 2012, I was not into like very good in like relationship. By 2013, 14, it started to get better. 14, I will say. So I was almost, when I was good in game in by 2013, I will say. At the same time, I was also, more or less like okay with the relationship. And now these days the relationship game is like really really good, but it was already good by, I will say, by 2016 17. I was really good with, what the fuck.
What happened? Oh, he froze there. I'm still here. Um, what are these comments, man? It's crazy. People saying the most random stuff. Well, Deepak is froze. Fortunately, he is an IT expert, so I'm sure he'll handle it. Let me see though. Let's catch up with some. What are you commenting? That's so weird. You guys, most of you are making hilarious comments, but now some weird comments are coming in. It's kind of funny. What are you guys thinking about Upstack? I don't even know what that is. We got a frozen Deepak. Oh, it's just me now. He'll be back. See any other comments we missed? Can you upload infield regularly? Yeah, it's like we were talking about the restrictions, I guess, on doing that, and how the guys on the Instagram were having their accounts removed, even if they had like and I think in some cases hundreds of thousands of followers. So that was a pretty insane thing that was happening in the last few days. Like as a content creator, like don't get content creation confused with like who's actually actively doing game and stuff. Because if you're a content creator, your objective is to get views. And then once you're getting views, your objective is to make money, and becomes less about the views and more about money, if that's what you care about. So of course, the vast majority of guys who are content creators, they're focused on views and they're focused on money. So, and if you're watching a bunch of like POV or Rizz kit infield videos, it's very surface level stuff if they're uploading so many fucking things, because like how do they have time for this shit? If all they were doing is a bunch of approaches that last like 60 seconds so they can like run home and upload it to Instagram. No, there's no hate on that. It's just a matter of what is there to actually learn, because in that corner of the community, technically it's not even part of this community, but in that corner of the industry, I suppose, it is more of a gimmicky thing, and it's a very surface level. So I forgot the other thing I was going to say about this. But it has become very much about entertainment. That's what I was going to say. Deepak's back now, so
Yeah, my system got restarted. I don't have fucking no idea what happened. It just rebooted.
Deepacked.
So I'm back. Hopefully it will survive.
Best proof of competence in pickup is catching HIV. Show those medical records. Absolutely.
There was a time I had like kind of this kind of issue. I was having like scared 2022, this HIV thing. I got scared that I got this thing and I was afraid. Then finally I did the test and everything was like negative actually. So I'm clean. I have like nothing. I have tested many times, but there was one time I was like so wild during the COVID days. I also got scared about it, like definitely. But I'm clean.
Did the result come back and say you are HIV Aladdin?
No, I didn't went to the doctor. I just in Germany, you can just go to the, you can go to the apotheke, chemist. You can go, you can buy the like this test. And the girl who was in the pharmacist girl, she said like, do you know what you are doing? You have to go to the doctor. I said, like, just give me the kit. I will do it.
Don't
You
tell
have
me
to,
you're trying to
Sie
get her
müssen,
phone
Sie müssen
number
zum Arzt
while
gehen.
asking.
You have to go to the doctor. So I said, no, just give me. And then I did the test, and it was like clean, negative. And then I went to the doctor also, and everything was like, you know,
Mm. Yeah,
all
that
good,
that was
all
around the
good.
time when everyone was shitting themselves about Ebola and stuff like that. So I remember that somewhere around 2012, I think. But that time was those were great years, actually. Though, in fairness, such a good fucking year. Everything has
Yeah.
been downhill since like 2015. Um, oh yeah, do you know about this? Upstack is a new content platform, and saw some red pill guys on it. Were you considering uploading your videos there? The guy was
Upstack.
asking before.
I mean, I have actually, I am working on my private server where I'll be uploading my hosting my course, because I have a lot of content and a lot of infield content also. The real game, what the game looks like, for example, in 2026 on the street in the western country, in Europe, something like that, that kind of game. It can be like, it is like from approach to like full game, 3 hours, 2 hours of infield, so something like this. So I'm very much active, so I'll be uploading these kind of stuff on my private server, private, like, website. Because with the help of AI now, you can, I have like a programmer background, so I can actually build the SaaS system, like for software as service. I can build it for myself actually. So
Hmm.
that I'll be doing. So that is going to be like, uh, in a good way, that now you can have full control on the content, and you're not like living on the mercy of like some host or some provider. These kind of like providers can deplatform you, so that is a good thing
Hmm.
about AI actually. So we are
Modern
working on that.
society.
Yeah, so we are just testing it, and I'll be like starting to migrate my users also there, so that is something
Hmm.
really good.
Absolutely.
We're talking about
Um,
we were talking about this relationship thing. So
yeah,
yeah, I
exactly. I
will.
was about to say.
So yeah, the relationship thing is definitely like, yeah, like lot of guys who are able to get laid, but they are not able to keep the girl in their life and relationship. uh, Definitely there are like different type of skills you need in relationship game, uh, which is a bit different than like the pickup. And some people say like, you have to be, you have to have six pack, you have to be look really really good, you have to do this thing and that thing. That is not true. When the girl so when you are approaching the girl, maybe the physical aspect can, that at that time can play. But when you are in the relationship, then it's your behavioral aspect that is way more important than how much six packs you have in a relationship. That is not really matters that much, for girls. So that part, the relationship, how you behave with the girl, how you talk to the girl, how set the boundaries and everything. And that is definitely like, that in itself is a skill, our skills also.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was going to say, I'm absolutely in agreement because I wrote an article last year, I think, called The Free Stages of Game. First stage is dating, meeting women. Second stage, relationships, keeping women. Exactly as you said. But my third stage is family, raising family. So it's one of those things where, hey, like ultimately the biological purpose of sex in the first place, uh, especially if you're a Catholic, I'm not a Catholic, is to have a bunch of kids. I do have Irish ancestry, so there's the old Irish joke that, why do Irish people have so many fucking children? It's because they don't fucking use protection. So Family, or if you're not going to have a family or you don't want a family, you can switch that word out for legacy. So after you die, what is your legacy? I would say that is also a part of the game. And ultimately, if we think about, wait, so game is not pickup. Pickup is part of dating, and dating leads to relationships. Relationships can lead to family. What is game itself? Game is life. And you are the protagonist of your own life. And then we kind of question, so what is the underlying theme across the board between all those stages of game? What exactly is game if we combine the stages into one holistically? I would say it's leadership and masculinity, and leadership and masculinity are almost the same thing, because when you're in a relationship, so many guys stop having leadership in their relationships, and then they wonder why their relationship goes wrong, because they stop leading. Lead her or lose her, as Mr. Lucario says.
Yeah, I mean, like that, like if we cover everything, all three things we cover, then it's going to be like it's like a very big thing, like, when you want to the definition of the game. But still I see the first stage of the game, approach to getting laid, is the toughest part, one of the toughest part that the guys struggle with. um, if that part is done, then relationship okay. If you are able to consistently get laid, then hey, like sooner or later some you will find some girl, that likes that she likes you. You have to still like work on your, like, relationship part also. But still I see like the first stage of the game, where the guys are approaching the girl and take, like, building an intimate relationship or starting this intimacy. That is the toughest part of the game, getting on the door. That is the toughest part. Once the girl, when you get in the relation, of course you will lose some girls, but if you know how to get laid, how to get girl, then you will eventually get some girls in relation. And from that, some girls will leave you, you will still able to get some girl. Make sense? And then eventually you may get kid, if it is your goal. But if the first part is good, getting to the door, then everything is easier. But if the first car in the first part you are struggling to get girl, that is where the, like, I say like 95% of my teaching and the efforts are teaching the guys the first stage. I will say 100%, honestly, 97, 98%. And even in this first stage, the toughest thing that is taking 85% of the time is building attraction. Like, when you are approaching the girl and building the intimacy, so in that stage also, like, different like things are there. Even in that stage, the building attraction is the toughest part. And that's where the whole energy, my emotional energy, like, utilized in teaching that kind of skills.
You
That
opened
is
up
not.
a new idea for me there. I was thinking as you were saying that, um, you can't just skip any of the stages and like get to the next one, because if you skip dating and go straight into relationship, that's basically arranged marriage. Like, you can't skip dating and just expecting, you have to go through dating and get into a relationship, or it's going to be a disaster. AKA, that's called arranged marriage, or whatever other
Arranged
versions there are similar today.
But
And the other
in
one,
West, there is no arranged marriage. In West, there is no arranged marriage. I think in India is only arranged marriage.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a disaster if you skip any stages of game. If you can't just skip dating and just end up in a relationship without dating, like, that is going to lead to disaster in many cases. And again, you can't skip everything and just like have a family with a random person. Like that is essentially called a rape. So you can't skip any stages ethically in most cases. Arranged marriage, like I'm sure there are some people that worked for where maybe they're happy kind of thing. Like there has to be a segment of the population who have done that, who it worked out for. But in the vast majority of cases, you literally can't skip any stages of game to get to the second one or the third one.
In the modern time, yes. Like even in India, if you are going for arranged marriage, it is a minefield. It is better to have a love marriage, like meeting the girl through game, get the girl, have some time, 6 month, 1 year, 2 year, and then you know her personality, and then you go for marriage. But in arranged marriage, you just don't know what what is the background of the girl, how it is like she is going to happen, like if he's going to be with her, and that can be a disaster now these days. What is the Deepak stuff?
Deepak is tough. He defied Indian parents and society, social expectations, and survived brutal tinnitus.
Yeah. I mean, I survived
And
even more things that I cannot
he
discuss
he
here.
survived the 2012 Ebola HIV scare, coronavirus and everything.
I mean,
Yeah,
you see, like, I mean, I mean, if you see, the toughest thing I survive is, I mean, one of the thing is I cannot talk about like toughest thing I survive anyway. But one of the second toughest thing is also like being a dating coach in the West is, as an Indian guy with no advantage of accent and all these things, surviving in that kind of brutal market, it is tough. And sometime what pisses me off is lot of the guy students come to me. I mean, it is not their fault also. The students come to me and they already have like boot camp with some of the like coaches. I don't want to tell their name, and they are not getting results, and they came to me something like this. And sometime I think like why I was not the first chosen one for them. But anyway, that's how the life is. How, what can I say? So I'm still getting like fair amount of like students, so it is a tough thing, but that's how it is. North Africa has arranged marriages. Yeah, I mean,
makes sense.
yeah, in Africa, yeah, they have this kind of arranged marriages. I mean, India, it is not good now, and in the West we don't have arranged marriage anyway. So you have to learn the game. Definitely you have to learn the game, and that's how it is.
Yeah, subscribe. Here's a funny one. Let me guess. I can't believe I missed this in the chat. So many comments. Let me guess. Deepak will say he got banned because of Western colonial mindset imposed by the British.
I mean, say,
Technically, that might be accurate.
Deepak will say he got banned because of Western colonial mindset imposed by British. Definitely, like I didn't got banned because of that. I got banned because my channel got hacked by my by this guy from by my editor whose browser got hacked. So that's, I didn't do anything.
Yes,
And
but
but the in
that
but
was
here
imposed by the British. It was the British hackers, East
we
India
don't know.
Company or
We don't
East
we
India
don't know.
hacker company who are doing this shit. Man,
Yeah, we
they
don't know about that. No,
first
but
they
I will still
took
say,
North
but
America
but
and then
unfortunately, I will
they
say
made
that
computers.
unfortunately, I will say the Indian, like Indian people, lot of Indian guys, they have not yet come out from that kind of colonial mindset, and this is actually true, and that's how it is. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, this is true.
Yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely.
Decolonized mindset, it is not that strong in Asians. In blacks, blacks don't have this thing, Asians don't have this thing, and Latinos don't have this thing, but definitely Indians still have in a very strong way. Indian laws, Indian system is still based on that old British system. That's how it is. Education system is completely colonized. Everything is like that. So that's the reality. I'm not just making it up. It's the reality of India.
Yeah, the Western education system and most of the earth at this point is based on the Prussian model of education from like around over 200 years ago, I want to say. So it's very fucking outdated. It's not personalized, all that kind of shit. But anyway,
Uh,
let's continue seeing some other comments here.
okay, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Um, Deepak, does family know what you do?
uh, my family knows, they know what I do, but they don't know clearly exactly. Like, I don't give them complete details, something like that.
Yeah, you don't
But they
show them
know,
the
yeah.
2012 infield footage.
Sometimes my parent, like sometimes my father says, like, what is going on and this and that. So I tell that, yeah, I do these things. I mean, like, I sometimes I say indirectly to them, very indirectly I said to them. So it's all good.
Pursue your desires. Deepak thought of Krauser as well. Uh,
Yeah.
and destroyed all the UK dating coaches. Lol. Like
I
Krauser.
mean,
What is this about?
I,
Can
I
you
mean,
explain this to me?
in which year you came in this YouTube? Which year you came? Because my history is
Wait.
very long. Like, which year you came? You are working as a coach. In which year you came? Because then you will know.
Oh, which year?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2016.
16. Ah, okay. So it is around, that's like 16, 15, 16 around time. I mean, I'm in good terms with Krauser, so we already have like a, what we say, peace deal kind of thing. Like even before COVID time, Steve Java, I had like some, like, the lot of British dating coaches at that time got pissed off. um, and it was not because I bring a new system. It was mainly because an Indian guy is bringing the system and he is going to that, like, our level. That was the main problem for them, the ego thing. And we had like this lot of internet drama in the old days, and Steve Java was involved, definitely. And with Krauser, I have like a good relation, like peace kind of thing. We are not like friends, but we are like in peace with each other. So, all things are like, buried, so I will say. So these are like
Okay.
from 2015 6. Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. Like,
Yeah, it's not like they tried to sue you for defamation and made
no, no,
100
no, no, no.
videos about you lying.
I was not able to understand that why they are hating me that much. I was not able to understand that I'm just gaming just like them. I was, but later I realized it was not my game. It was who is doing the game. That was the problem. How this Indian guy from India with an accent is competing on their level. That was the main issue at that time. Uh, but that's how it is. What I should do. You know. Finish. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, we will I will, let me finish with my stuff here. With this thing, actually this guy called me joke. And sure, we can, I don't know, we can arrange something. I will address it. But right now I have to focus on some other stuff, German channel and all. So let when the everything is like, I'm done with my, like, this internal stuff, I will be come back on the YouTube and make new
yeah.
videos and everything. And I told you, remember I told you, like, 100 videos documentary. It's taking 1.5. We are blurring the student and the girl. It already took like 2 years of blurring. So it is, the
I
team is
can
working.
imagine.
So they are all working on it, so it will be released.
Yeah. Or could it be done by now if it was live streamed, Japanese style? that we
Yeah,
talked
but
about
the
that
thing
earlier.
is, the thing is like my whole identity, the whole I was like showing the real deal in the old days
So,
also,
so
that got
nobody
leaked.
can say it wasn't genuine, that kind of thing, of course.
Yeah, so and that is something I still like sometimes the people come to me, so they want to see the real thing. So that's why it just like, because like when I'm doing the documentary, then you have to work on the student as well as the girl, so it takes like double amount of time. So
Mm.
we are working on it, so it is going on. And the thing is like, definitely the 2026, 25, these like the lot of things have changed in game, and I will be like talking about that also.
Mm.
Every dating coach should fight against black pillars and prove them.
Yeah, we've
I
been
mean,
doing that for a while.
yeah, I mean, like black pill is definitely, I will say it is, we should not follow. And I mean, I'm sure like you're talking about it, I have talked about it. And because that's a belief system, if you're already giving up, then it is very tough to come out of it. You just cannot able to make action. Then sometime it is better to be deluded in game. It is better to be deluded. And even if something is true, but if truth is hurting you, then it is better to be deluded. That's how it is actually.
Let's read this one. They should teach boys day game in high school. I bet all girls would be happy, as at least they get approached and get matched a lot better. I think some survey of girls say they hardly ever get approached. Yeah, there being some recent things shared around where women want to be approached more. I've seen headlines like that. Women aren't getting approached as much. Men, there are like at least a third of men who have never asked a girl out by the age of like 25 or something. I've seen these kinds of things in the last like 12 months alone, or something close to that. It is completely insane. But hey, you don't pay taxes on cold approach, so the government isn't going to give a shit. And many governments around the world are incompetent. Right now, I think the what would possibly move the needle, if anything, is the fact that governments have to fucking realize at some point that the population collapse is happening. So in Japan, there's an aging population.
Hmm.
People are living longer, but younger people aren't having many children. And the same kind of thing, the younger people not having children kind of thing is happening in many places around the world. It's not just the West. It's also happening in Russia. It's happening in China. It's happening in Japan. It's everywhere at this point. The only places where it's not happening are places like Nigeria, and there were some other countries around Africa. I can't remember which ones, but those ones, there's no fucking problem with their population. I remember years ago knowing what I remember when the population of Nigeria was 140 million. Let me check what it
Hmm.
is right now. That was only like 15 years ago when it was, yeah, now it's 242
Two.
million.
Wow.
So 100 million people have appeared out of nowhere in the last decade and a half, so around that, because I remember it being 140 million not too long ago. I remember when the world population was a few billion less than it is now. We're at 8 billion. I remember 7, 6. And before that, it's just crazy at this point. But that's other countries mostly. The government has to realize at some point we're going to run out of people. So there's this mass immigration thing. I'm not sure if that's related. I don't really want to go into that, but um, like your solution, our solution, let's help people actually meet each other. Because the one of the main problems I think is happening is this. People are spending, as I say, there's physical presence and virtual presence. People are now spending 7 hours of their day on their phone or on the screen or something like that. So out of 24 hours, 8 hours of sleep, so we're left with 16. If you're spending 7 or 8, let's assume 8 hours on the internet, on your phone, on your computer. Okay, 16 minus 8 is 8. So that's 8 hours. And then you're probably spending 6 hours at work at least. So what are you left with? There's no time for people to socialize when all they're doing is working and scrolling on fucking Facebook and Instagram. So how are people meeting each other now? Like, have you seen the awkward Gen Z people, cashiers at Burger King and McDonald's these days? Like, they don't even know how to talk to you.
Small talk, they
Their
don't
only
know. Yeah.
job is to take your order, and that's what they're focused on, but they don't understand anything else. It is completely insane. So I agree with you 100%. But will the government do it? Absolutely fucking not, because they don't have the brains to do it. They're more concerned about getting votes and shit like that, and it's not going to contribute more necessarily towards, not directly at least, towards taxes. And who genuinely gives a shit about that? Only the government. But yeah, let's move on from that one. Let's read some other comments here. If you pay attention, I should have read this a long time ago. If you pay attention, some Rizz guys use the same goal over and over with a poke. Yeah, they got those gambling apps. And I noticed this happening a few months ago. But now every single fucking video I see where it's some fucking POV prank or approach or something like that, he's selling like on his phone playing some fucking chicken game or something. Hey, I just won some money. Like, this is what it has become. They have sold themselves the fuck out because they weren't serious about this in the first place. Now, I didn't see this coming, but I'm not fucking surprised.
I mean, the thing is like with this POV guys, these Rizz guys, I mean, when you are they're like, some guys are like who are in 20s, they're like good looking and wearing this meta glasses and doing say, hey, you're cute, hey, you're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, this. That is not like a real game, because normally guys who want to get laid, who are watching these videos on the first place, they are not getting girls. And like, we don't know, because normally you don't see the guy who is wearing these glasses. And some of the guys I've sometimes have seen, like they are not bad looking guys, they're like really good looking guys. From the interaction of the girls, you can see that they're like good looking guys. And that is like, you have to see yourself, you have to see a guy who is that good looking, do he need a dating coach? Maybe, but normally these type of guys, on when you say on that like society level, in the society, this guy is not going to need that. Like, for example, if you see like the guy, like the good looking guy like James Tusk, I know that you don't get along with him, but this he's a 8 or 8.5.
He's just an ugly version of me. I'm kidding.
Okay, but if the guy who are looking like him, if the guys who are looking like him, they really don't need like dating coach. They just need some kind of get the fear out of approach anxiety and just say hi to the girl, and they will more or less get the girl. So always see that if the guys get, I'm talking about what we say in general, when you're watching this Rizz field and the girl is getting all that, giving a really good reaction to this guy, it can also happen that this guy is a really good looking guy, and that is, he is not representing the real game. You don't know what happened after he got the number. Normally in USA Rizz field, I've seen, can I get your number? Can I get your digits in 30 seconds? And then you don't see anything. what happened after that. I do think that some of these guys definitely get laid, but they're not representing the real game actually.
Mike is striking here. Why is his bedroom looking like an 18-year-old dorm room?
He came back. Yeah,
we covered this.
That's actually, yeah, we already talked about it. And let's see your recept, and I will send my recept to Ice White, what I can get, what I able to can get, and we will see what you have right now. You're living in Thailand. Why don't
you ever debate each other? Or I remember you were on a debate together, but were you on the same team, or were you debating each other?
Tell him to let's do the debate. I'm not backing off. I talked to you in email that let's do the debate with Mike, but nothing happened. Maybe he backed off. So let's do the debate with him.
Oh no, we already did it. It was
it was
Mike against Lucario.
No, it never happened me like and that is like, even with living like that, I can get way higher, hotter girls than like any other, like, I don't want to like make it now like race kind of thing. I can get way hotter girls, and I can show my recept also. I don't back off.
We'll play a game
from the challenge.
Mike needs to get a bunch of Indian girls, and you need to get a bunch of Chinese girls, and we'll count them up and say, okay, 1 billion here, 1 billion there. You both win.
Sometimes it is advisable for some guys that do not poke their nose in every person matter. It's better to not to talk about some other person if they cannot, deal with that person. I like
you could let 10 master dating coaches talk, and they'll all tell each other that the other has trash game because game only works if it's authentic to your personality, which is different to everyone.
Yeah, of course they will say, but I am working on my this website, and I'll be posting I have around 70-80 month of content. So if we say like divided by like 12, so 6-7 year of content I have in field. So I'm not like bullshitting. I have the proof of everything.
Deepak making that secret infield. Mike says he's a virgin, so you win.
Yeah. So better keep your mouth shut, man. Why you are like interfering in I'm not like saying anything to you. Why you are just like, if you want, we can debate. Why not? I have no problem with that also.
Yeah, let me just rush through some random questions here and comments. I'll just address this one. It's been up there for a while. What shampoo you use? What's the name? Fucking... It's a big orange fucking thing. And last time I was in Vegas, I was staying with an Indian guy, and he just moved into the place. Super nice guy. And he had this bottle of, I should check my fucking Amazon thing. It's really well known. He got it from Costco, and I was like, where the fuck did you get this? And you can only go in Costco if you have a membership there. So I decided to order it on Amazon. Yeah, here, Neutrogena, that's the one. Rain bath. That's more like a shower gel, and I use some other things once in a while. But that kind of makes my hair more soft, so I prefer staying away from anything that makes it too soft. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, just let me know. Lots of Indian guys have like the craziest recommendations that are so good. There was a guy on the Zoogler network who had the most amazing beard. And the Zoogler network is people who used to work for Google. And I asked him which shampoo he used, and he said it was called Aveda. So I'm looking into that too. But I live away from the rest of the world, so South America is far from everything. Deepak, tell us how Western colonial mindset from evil British White man still sabotages you.
I mean, we don't want. Do we have to go fucking in this? What is this?
Deepak, what do you think about Helen of Troy in the new Odyssey movie?
I don't know. I mean,
Uh,
I don't know about
never
it. I
seen it
was
yet.
just like, you can talk about, you can talk to me about game, because
Yeah, I'm just going for the random questions so we can
you
just get
got
them
that.
out the way quickly. Um, let's see. Let's see. Do you think self-deprivation is a good strategy, such as saying, "I'm short Indian. What don't why you don't like short Indians," for example? Yeah, self-deprivation kind of humor.
Self deprivation. What it means? Self
It
deprivation.
means like you're kind of making fun of yourself, like, oh, you don't like people. If I make my own version, oh, you don't like people with big noses, you don't like Jews. I could say that kind of thing. Or
Uh,
in his case, he's saying, I'm
okay, so
short Indian.
okay,
What, you don't like
okay,
short Indians?
serious. Okay, serious answer. I will give you. So when you should not talk about it in the start when the girl is not knowing you. When the girl is into you, everything is going fine, and then you can make joke about it. But I will not say something like this in the start, when, because then the girl, even if the girl is not thinking about it, then she can focus on it. And you don't want to talk about your weakness and highlight your weakness. But when the girl is into you, maybe you can talk about it in a funny way, something like that.
Mm.
So I never make fun of my race when I'm talking to girls. I just don't talk. This is who I am, and I just stay neutral. I do not talk about my race or like Indian guys and this. I do not make fun of my accent when I'm talking to the girls. I'm not making fun of my race. These are like very important. You don't want to be seen as like a joker, clown. Just
Mm.
take the thing, like, play the game. And do not say, at least in the start, when you are like approaching the girl. um, this is, I will say, if she is saying you are short, okay, that's like a, you can just and ignore it and move thing forward, deflect it with some other topic. But if she's really like, say that, like, I don't want to talk you because you're short Indian guy, and nothing gonna happen, then I will say, like, move on. If the girl is rejecting me for my race, it happened, and then it is very hard for me to come. I remember there was a one incident happened, um, uh, there was a one incident happened. I approached the girl, and then the girl looked at me and she said, like, um, I date girls only with blue eyes. And then I said, like, yeah, I have blue eyes, you are just blind, you don't see it. So in that way, like, she said that she liked the answer and she dated me. The same thing happened.
Mm.
I was in a German girl, and I approached her. She said, like, she only date like German guys, and I said, I am German. At least my passport was German. So then she said, like, nah, that's not gonna work. That's not
Yeah,
gonna work.
it reminds me
She
of
said, like,
there.
she said, like, no, dude, you are not. And it's true. And I didn't able to got her. Simple. So it can,
Mm.
sometimes that's how the reality is.
It's funny. I remember meeting a Middle Eastern guy in London, and he was saying nothing but jokes. He was genuinely hilarious, super nice guy. And he's Middle Eastern. He has brown eyes, black hair, slightly dark skin, and he was saying this joke to me and like to the people around him. These darn immigrants coming over here to London because of like the somewhat racist uh, politics that were going on there at the time. These darn immigrants, like himself, coming over here stealing our eye colors. So, like what you could have said with that girl who says, "You she only likes guys with blue eyes, and you said, "Oh, you must be blind or something. You can't see." But his version of that would be, "Yeah, I came over here to Germany to steal people's eye colors so I could blend in." Like that, they'll be pretty much the same thing. So yeah, that's a kind of good way to do it, I suppose. But like the way I would think about this is I wouldn't make it about myself. Like what I just said, he's not making fun of himself. He's making fun of like eye colors and the fact that his eye color is different. It's not like I'll go up to a woman and make fun of my nose or like it doesn't really make sense. But I'll give an example of something that does make sense. If you focus on more less of people's attributes, what they look like and stuff like that, and more on, like what people are wearing or what observations are happening. Uh, you could say like, "Oh, why are you standing so far away from that guy? Is he scary to you or something like that?" I remember one time there was a girl who had these massive hoop earrings, and I said, "Did you know there's a theory: the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe." Those hoop earrings, and she fucking
Mhm.
loved it. And we just made a video just chanting, "The bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe," and like hoping other people would join in. Still, we're just
Yeah,
making fun things out of
ex-
nothing. Don't make it from like I have a big nose. So don't make it about like your ethnicity or any that just that could go wrong and it doesn't really make much sense. Make it about something you could observe, something someone's wearing or something like that, but not in a mean way. It's just like, sh- as I was saying, this woman was not offended or anything because I was not trying to say it in an offensive way. I was just putting out a theory. Like, do you agree with that? And she fucking loved it. So that's
yeah.
the don't think about deprecating humor. Think about humor.
Yeah, and like the best strategy is like, to avoid this kind of situation, what you can do is play indirect game. Like you approach the girl indirect, you're not showing intention, but later you game her directly. You game her directly. So later when she sees the other part of your personality, then she will not be thinking about your height that much, hopefully. But if you go on the
Mm.
face and you say like, I find you cute and all, and then she has to judge according to what she is seeing. That's why this is like, like for example, good way to avoid is like you play the game indirect, and that is also in itself an art. Like art of indirect gaming is an art. And that can be learned. You game the girl, you are showing the intention slightly later, not in the start. So that I will suggest in your situation.
Hmm. Let's see here. I only want to cover this super quickly. Do you enjoy masturbation, or do you prefer to harness your inner sexual energy, such like it talks about in the book Think and Grow Rich? I have never read that book. I'll give a quick answer to this. Like, there's no need for you to be touching yourself if you have someone to touch you. It's simple as that. Like I am convinced that's how it should be, and that's how it would be for most guys. But like I tried getting over people's opinions on this, and they were like, "Nah, even when I'm getting laid, I'm still gonna." That doesn't really make sense to me. Like, if you're making such an obsession out of it that you're getting laid and you're still doing that, reconsider why the fuck you're doing that in the first place. Now, there are plenty of guys who probably haven't got laid for a year or two or several months, so they're going to resort to masturbation. That would that's the reality of it. But if you're actually getting laid, if you're actually sexually satisfied, you're not going to be doing that in the first place, or at least that's my theory. I don't have like scientific evidence backing this up. That's just the way I would like to believe that that's how it works. If you're genuinely sexually satisfied, you would be satisfied with your sexual partners, not with your hands. That's just me.
I mean, like they're like, I mean, I really don't think of, I don't really like give any importance to these kind of topic. They're like much more important thing in life. You can do. I say like if somebody wants to do it, I really don't care. If they think that it is helping them in some way, do it. It just like really don't really like, in my views, it's not a big thing. But for example, if you are a beginner and you are not getting laid, and somebody told you that, in the very old days they said like, I don't know if it is still now applicable, that if you control your this sexual energy and you abstain from this masturbation, and then you will have the power of, you will go to the girl and approach her, and the intent will show in your eyes and you can get the girl. This is not true. In the very old days I have tried these things, and it just gets you more frustrated, because now you cannot touch yourself and you're not getting laid, so it will be more stress on you. So I see it as like, if you are having too much pressure, just release it, enjoy the life and focus on your goals. Otherwise, if you're not able to, no, there is no way for you to release this kind of stress. You will always be thinking about it, always be thinking about it, and you'll always be getting distracted in achieving other goals in your life.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Final thing I'll say about that is we did two sex expert panels. So check the dating coach panel playlist and look for those, because if you are doing it, there's a way you can actually um, train yourself to last longer, essentially. So at least do that, at least, if you're going to be doing this. Anyway, let me read this one. I'm sure I only want to read this one and not really answer it, because I don't think this question is ours to answer in a way. Why does Alex for playing with fire hate Coach Kyle? Also, I don't understand. He has tattoos. He's good looking. I hear he also eats ass. Like, why does he hate him so much? Fart, thank you. That's just a weird comment. Why
Who
would
eat
you put
as? What it means? Who
fart,
eat as?
thank
Like
you? No,
Alex
it's
eat?
just
Who eat
it looks
as?
like a weird comment, so I just have
Okay.
to read it out. So I don't think that's really for us to answer. It's just completely fucking random. Like, why are you talking about eating ass and farts? It's very strange. Anyway, can you guys drop some real questions? Okay, we had some good ones before, but keep them coming. We can go for another 15 minutes maybe.
Mhm.
But yeah, anything we haven't covered so far.
I can talk about like I have some yeah, like, so talking about like game, what I've discovered, like the guys like if the guys have to improve the game really in the modern time, so I will say like they have to focus on improving their like conversation skills. That will be the base, the foundation, the conversation skills in the context of cold approach. You approach the girl and you're able to hold the conversation even without showing intent. If you are able to do in a good way and engage the girl, that is a really really good skill to have. And then you can with when you are able to talk to the girl longer conversation, having a longer conversation, that can you then you can always bring intent creatively while having a conversation with her. So, something like this. So I can give you example, something like a strong showing, so strong social, so strong like intent, something that you are not able to say to the girl in the very start. So I make the guy to approach the girl just like recently in the boot camp, the student indirect style, and then he just talk having like normal conversation. And now we're switching the gear and we start to show the intent. So I said like, to him, like tell her like, one of the reason I approached you when there I saw your nice curves, and that stimulated my testosterone so much that I need to come and talk to you. So now this kind of intent you are not able to say to the girl in the very start of the approach when approaching the girl, but it was when she was already having comfort with this girl. She digested in a very good way. So that's what I will say. Like, you focus on improving your conversation skills with the girl, having a long conversation that will help you a lot in game in having a good gaming skills. Other than that, I will say, like, focus on your the voice projection is important, tonality is important, your delivery, the way you're delivering your word sentences to the girl, they are important. Yeah, these things are very, very important. uh, you should know when to spike the emotion of the girl and when to calm her down in the conversation, when you spike her and when you calm her down. So all these things you have to know about it. Okay, what else I've written? Ability to and yeah, then it's like, the gaming part. I mean, this is what I've explained, also gaming thing. But other things what you have to improve is ability to smoothly escalate verbally, verbal, non-verbal, and physical. So verbal escalation, non-verbal escalation, and physical escalation. How you can smoothly do it when you are talking to the girl. So these are the things, like, I will say, like, they can improve, and the game still works in 2026 even better. I will talk about AI also. AI has changed the game. So I will say, like, the AI has definitely changed the game, and it has affected the online part, because now everybody has the power to make really good pictures. When everybody has the power, imagine, like, everybody has gold, then the value of gold is not there. So now everybody has power to make good pictures, so everybody will be doing it. So there will be a lot of competition will go on, and the best is now is to learn art of cold approach. I will say, like, AI will make things, online games, so tough. I mean, now it is getting tough, but in future it's gonna be even more tough. So best is that, people start to focus on their real time gaming skill, cold approach skills. I will suggest that to deal with AI, that's gonna help them a lot. Yeah,
You can't
and
AI yourself out of a situation in person.
yeah, and I think I was watching this John MLD one stream with Fresh and Fit, and he
Oh,
talked
speaking of
about.
which, I was just watching your video of MLD that you had on your channel like a year
Yeah,
or two
yeah,
ago.
yeah,
That was very interesting.
yeah.
But anyway,
I was
continue.
watching. Yeah, so I was watching. Then he said, like, a really good thing about, like, night game, that lot of guys are not going out that much in the night time. And we also saw this pattern in Germany, that a lot of the nightclubs are closed actually here in Germany. They are getting closed because they are not getting business. And in the old days, I will say, like, in 2010, 11, when I was quite active in the night time also. So we were always having this kind of like, okay, I am not, like, really good with game, but I will talk to girls, and maybe I will get late. Always we have this kind of this thrill, let's go out, and then girls are out, you are out, you drink alcohol, and then you meet some girl. I was at 2010, I was not that good, but lot of guys were taking girl home at that time. So but now it looks like the things are changed a lot, and people, like, guys have given up the hope. There can be other reason, but they're like, less guys are going out, less girls are going out. And but I will say like the day game is still like very, very strong. And in one way, I will say day game is coming back. I have one student who was doing boot camp with me, and he came to the city, and he did this thing, tendering and everything. He got 200, I think 200 matches. I'm like, but it was like nobody, no girl wanted to meet him. It just like it was just nothing worked out. Nothing worked out. But in the day game, cold approach, it was insane results. Insane, really good results.
Mm.
So day game is
I
still
think
working.
I think where Berlin is concerned, it's a completely unique situation for nightlife, because after the Berlin Wall came down, suddenly there were a bunch of factories and warehouses which were just available for other things because they stopped producing and storing stuff. So they
Yeah, yeah.
became nightclubs. And then those were popular for years, but at some point, back in the late 80s, early 90s, when Eastern Europe was transitioning from socialism to capitalism, suddenly everything was just like free real estate. So that's why in St. Petersburg and Moscow in Russia in the early 90s, there were suddenly a bunch of new oligarchs who were just buying up a bunch of things because everything now has a fucking price to it. And a similar thing, warehouse wise, factory wise, was happening in Berlin. All this land and these empty buildings now in East Berlin are suddenly useless. So let's use them for nightclubs. But
Yeah,
now it's
yeah.
probably at the point where the prices have gone fucking crazy. So they can't really be used as nightclubs anymore. It's probably not
I mean,
sustainable at this point.
I mean, where my like in Berlin, there's a like the Berghain. You see, I just live like 5 minutes from that place actually. So it is like old power plant. They made it as a like club. This like world famous techno club Berghain, and there are like a lot of clubs are there kind of thing. But that is a very different kind of crowd. That is not like a cold approach kind of. There you cannot do cold approach. That's a very, very different kind of niche. But they are still there. The people are still going there. They are still like working. But like some kind of mainstream kind of clubs where you go, and they are getting close because the girls are not going there. The guys are like losing the hope. It is definitely like um, the mainstream kind of clubs are definitely like getting the hit. I have seen like a lot of the clubs are all closed now. Where I used to go in the old days, they're all
Yeah,
closed.
especially with the pandemic and economy and various other things like that.
Also,
So, so
also the guys have lost the hope, because in the club it is the girl. Either the girls are not there, the girls are not like in the old days. Like it was not like this online thing was not there. So my guy meet the girl, and there is always a kind of thrill, like maybe I will take this girl home. But now the guys have lost the hope also in the
mm,
night time. So they are like slowly, if I would have started the game today, and I know that there is like I'm not going to get results in the night time, I will just don't waste my time.
yeah, that's a good point. There's no first impression excitement anymore. Like if you walk in a room and you really hit it off with this other person, you're never gonna get the same experience on the internet. Like maybe if it's video calls or stuff like that, but it's not like you're swiping. Oh, I got this. You might get excited with a match, but then you actually have to meet each other, and it's two
Yeah.
different experiences. You're trading a fake virtual experience into a physical experience, and it's not going to translate the same way because it was never the real format in the first place. But like, can any of you guys just remember from when you were teenagers, for instance, just like finding a summer love or you just see this girl you end up meeting just as innocent teenagers, or maybe you are in university or something, walk in the room, you really hit it off with someone, and the excitement is there and you want to see each other again because it's not complicated. But now everything has changed. We spend so much of our time on screens, and that doesn't give us the same fulfillment that meeting people back in the 90s and 2000s and early 10s had before everything became virtual.
Yeah, that's but day game is still like day game is still going good. Day game is, I will say that day game is even revived. If you have really good skills, you can make a lot, like you can get really good results in day game, because these all girls are going out, still buying some stuff, going out, going to college, going to office, going to gym, and on the streets. So the day game is still like going really good, at least
The
like, I mean, in West
competition
Europe.
has never been easier in a way because of that. Because nobody else is fucking taking action. So it
Yeah,
has never been easier to do day game in the first place,
yeah, it
provided
is
you're doing it
definitely
right.
like, yeah, and sometimes people say like, oh, the girls are having options in the internet or on the Instagram, why should I learn day game? But this is like, you have to understand, like, the girl psychology works on the girl emotions are movement based. On the moment what she feeling, that is she is deciding. So even the girl is having something running on the internet, on Instagram, some orbital guys are like going on, but when she see a real guy in the real time, and he give a good impression, they build them, so she is not thinking about logically like us guys, oh, I have having these things going on. No, she will be with him in that moment. Her emotions are here right now, stimulated by him, and then magic can still happen. So that's where you win, when you do
Yes.
the real time game. For me, I have no chance like on like winning something on online, honestly. I got all my results in real time, all my results in real time.
Well, you could make your own dating app and you could be the only man on there. Someone tried that before, and he was like, promote, ladies, sign up to this new dating app, and he's the only person women can match with.
Okay.
That'll work. I like there are some crazy, but somewhat smart strategies out there. I seen things posted about like guys buying a billboard. They just like leave their email or phone number or something because he's single. So like ultimately, it doesn't matter because whatever you're choosing is presence. Some ways are more effective than others, but you might as well just be present everywhere. Virtual presence, physical presence. If you don't leave the house, nobody's going to know you exist outside. If you
Hmm.
don't, if you refuse to use uh, Tinder, Facebook, and Instagram, nobody's going to know you exist on the internet. So if you have both virtual presence and physical presence, they can work in your favor. Some one might give you more results than another, or it might swing time to time. But you might as well be present everywhere because hey, aren't companies doing that? Like companies are advertising on billboards, companies are advertising on TV, companies are have their own physical stores. So why don't you be present everywhere you can be so you can also do your own marketing? Because if you don't leave the house and you don't use the fucking internet, nobody's gonna know you fucking exist. Like the best metaphor I have for this, if you opened your own branch of Walmart, a Walmart store, and you bricked up the front doors, nobody's gonna be able to get inside. And if you take down the Walmart sign, people are going to assume it's closed. It closed down. And if you remove the doors and just have nothing but a brick wall going through the entire perimeter, no, how do you expect anyone to get inside? They don't know that you're open for business. for you to be open for business, you have to be open for business. Starting a rant there. There we go. Any other stuff we want to discuss, or shall we close it up?
Yeah, I mean, there is some school of game. They said like, I can, like, we can talk. I mean, I don't know if you know, we should not touch the girl. When we are, a lot of guys have said like, we should not touch the girl in the day game, or when you are approaching the girl, you should not touch the girl, and because touching kills sexual tension. So the question is, if we should touch the girl or not touch the girl. That's the question. And then I can explain in a short, like, who said these things, so that people, like, get the idea. So I will say, like one of the things that really changed my game was touching, because I was doing the game, like testing new things in 2010, 11, 12. And when I introduced the touching, in the daytime, which requires skills, definitely I understand you require skills in like in the day game. When I did the touching part, it really changed my game 180-degree, completely changed my game. And so definitely I've seen touching is definitely building attraction, and you require touching, and the girls are also very kinesthetic. They like touching. Now the question is like, some guys are like avoiding touching. They said like, you should not touch the girl because it kills the sexual tension, and they bring the concept of this sexual authority, which is, in my views, like completely BS. I will explain if we get time, like, why. Like, so what happens is, when you are doing an authority, so imagine like ice white, if I say to you, you said that you are a math teacher. Yeah, you are a math teacher. You have done PhD in mathematics or some subject, and now I'm a student. I come to you and I give you, like, can you solve this problem? Or so you will try your best not to do any mistake in front of me. You will try your best not to make any mistakes in front of me. So now a guy who is showing that he has sexual authority, so why he do not want to touch the girl, because if he touch the girl and touch become awkward, then he is showing himself as a sexual authority, as a master of sex BS or whatever. Then the girl will see him, that his whole identity will break in front of the girl. So he avoid touching, and that's why what he's teaching to other guys, that you should not touch the girl because it kills the sexual tension. But because he is showing him as authority, like sexual authority, that's why he avoid touching, because if something goes wrong, then he will look very bad. James Bond, they show James Bond perfect. James Bond they cannot show James Bond do any mistakes. That's the thing is. Now the problem is here, if the thing is like, when a normal average guy, he's following this advice, and he see himself like, oh, I am the sexual authority, and he's not touching the girl. The girl is not feeling that kind of emotionality, that intimacy with that guy, and all the things what he said, this coach is telling, it will not work. And actually, some of the guys from this coach, they came to me, they have tested it, and they said that these things are not like working. If we talk about, like, I can give you like 30 orgasm. Most of the guys you met, they are not able to satisfy the girl. I can give you 30 orgasm because you like dominant guys and all this BS. The girl just said that, maybe you can, but I am not feeling it. Maybe you can, maybe you are right, but I'm not feeling it. I don't want to talk about it. So the main thing is that you have to build more attraction, and for attraction you require also touching. Make sense?
Two things I want to touch upon there. The James Bond thing is kind of funny because I was watching every single James Bond movie in order earlier this year, and James Bond it does make mistakes. It's quite funny.
Yeah, but
If you ever watch the every single fucking James Bond movie, it's actually quite hilarious because especially in the earlier ones, like they'll start shooting at James Bond and then they'll get close to him and they'll hit him on the back of the head. Like, what's the point of shooting him if you just want to capture him? So they capture him, and then he escapes, and then they try shooting him again, and then they capture him again. So like, are you trying to kill him or are you not trying to kill him? Like, what the fuck are you trying? It's funny. It's just something I noticed in the James Bond movies. I have to get it off my chest. Yeah, I know. It's just something
I am using
really
this metaphor only like because
funny.
in the movies, in the old school pickup, they always say like, James Bond is shown as a perfect guy. So when I used to watch in the old days like pickup videos, they said like they use the James Bond as a
It's
perfect
called plot
perfect
armor.
perfect guy. So like no, like because like for example, now imagine like if I'm telling a student to touch the girl or if I'm touching the girl, sometime the awkward moment came that the girl is not yet ready. Now if you don't touch the girl, then this moment will never come, but you have to take the risk to touch the girl. But the idea is the skillful gamer is know if something goes wrong, how you can get out of it without destroying the set. That are skill that somebody can learn. How you can, when something goes wrong, when there is a damage, how you can control the damage and keep on going, keep on moving, because you have to take some risk, and that's why, like, I will say it's better to take risk, better to touch and see what happens. If something get awkward, do the like damage control, objection handling, resistance handling, and move thing forward. That is much better way for the guys to get near to their goal rather than following these guys who are just teaching this BS stuff. And
Well,
again, I
yeah,
told like
back to that topic you mentioned, like sexual tension. The version that I heard of this was more to do with kissing specifically. I'm not sure if it's just because I was thinking about like I remember people talking about not kissing, refraining from kissing in order to build sexual tension, and it kind of makes I think there's something in between because if you just hold her hand, for instance, if you're walking around somewhere on a date, I wouldn't say that's killing sexual tension. In a way, you're testing for how she responds, just like you were saying. So touching can be beneficial in that sense. So I don't think
exactly.
it's necessarily about touching or not touching. Maybe it's more to do with kissing or not kissing.
Kissing is like if you able to build a really good vibe and you able to do a kiss normal like a small lip kiss, that will increase the bond, but again make out can definitely kill the sexual tension. A small kiss on the I used to do in the past. I don't do it now because of like geographic locations and lot of things play in this thing, like um, what kind of girl you are gaming, if she is open to that, to kiss to the girl in public, something like that, something like these things. A lot of factors come into play when you're playing the game, but definitely I do agree that having a heavy makeout can kill the sexual tension. But we are not talking about that part. We are talking about you should not even touch the girl. You should not. That is something I do not
Yeah.
agree. And
Get away from me, bitch! Don't touch me. Yeah.
so
I think it's probably more to do with the kissing or not kissing thing. Alrighty.
so
Shall we leave it there, or maybe one final thing if you want to throw
I
anything
mean,
else
we
in?
already have 2 hours now. Huh? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thoughts
2 hours.
already. Yeah.
Let's call it there then.
Yeah. Yeah. We can.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Deepak is back.
I'm back,
And
and
you
I'm
never left.
so so I'll be like I'll still like going on. Um lot I have a lot of stuff to talk about game. I'll be posting on my channel, and the channel will be rebranded soon, like Deepak and team, because my other friend or business partner, he will be also like making videos. So we'll be making content in English as well as in German. Time to time I'll be posting in Hindi also. And I'm launching a new platform where I will be posting my content, my infields. So everything will migrated there. And yeah, you can find me in right now Deepak Dating on YouTube. Instagram, I am also there. Real Coach Deepak Dating. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
I'll just throw in on top of that.
Mhm.
Deepak's Instagram is so fucking underrated. Like, I did not know what was going on with Deepak's Instagram until I fucking saw it. Like, getting millions of views on some videos. And it's very obvious what the reason is as to why he's getting so many fucking views on that. It is pretty fucking impressive stuff. Alrighty, thanks for coming on. Catch you guys on the other side. And yeah, I haven't done many live streams this year, but as I should remind myself to keep saying at the end, game on.
Okay, take care.